Hey, it's Star Guardian Ryuka and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be diving into some more Pokemon biology as we analyze Caterpie and its evolutions. We'll be going over this Pokemon's anatomy, game data, and habitat throughout the episode, as well as discussing the same points about Caterpie's entire evolutionary line. This time we're starting with Caterpie, the worm Pokemon. Kind of a weird categorization, since we know Caterpie is based off of a caterpillar, not a worm. Anyways, Caterpie has a green body formed of 7 segments, 5 of which have yellow rings, and it ends with a teardrop-shaped yellow tail. These rings resemble its eyes, which it has 2 of on either side of its head segment, and are used to scare off predators. Caterpie's eyes are actually kinda weird. Normal caterpillars have 6 pairs of eyes known as ocelli that can detect changes in light intensity, but cannot form a proper image. Caterpie's head segment also has a red antenna, which is most likely an ospitarium. This is an organ stored in the prothoracic segments that is averted in order to scare off predators. This also releases a foul stench, something that Caterpie is revealed to do in Pokemon Gold. Finally, Caterpie has a yellow underside with 4 yellow feet that are fitted with suction cups to allow it to scale a variety of surfaces. This Pokemon has an average height of 0.3 meters and an average weight of 2.9 kilograms. Caterpie is based off of the Asian swallowtail caterpillar, but the tip of its tail represents the horn of a hawk moth larva. Caterpie evolves at the early level of 7 into Metapod, the cocoon Pokemon, through pupation. Now, this is a category that actually makes sense. Metapod is essentially a chrysalis, and there really isn't much else to say. It's green in color and has a crescent-shaped body that is segmented into 4 parts. Certain Metapod have spikes on the back and sides, whereas others only have spikes on the back. Metapod lays motionless, and if it encounters an enemy, all it can do is harden its shell. Though the shell is said to be as hard as steel, it can still be cut open, and when it is, the liquid innards leak out. In fact, the shell is impenetrable to Pikipek's beak, but if Metapod tips over, its insides will spill out. Anyways, Metapod has an average height of 0.7 meters and an average weight of 9.9 kilograms. Speaking of insides, when Metapod is ready to evolve, a Butterfree emerges from the chrysalis in a process known as eclosion. In normal eclosion, the butterfly's wings are usually wet and need to be expanded. It does this by pumping blood through the veins in its wings, which cause said wings to become expanded. Butterfree doesn't participate in this process, however, coming straight out of the Metapod, ready to fight. Butterfree, unlike normal butterflies, only has 2 segments, both of which are purple. One resembles a head, while the lower segment resembles a body. Butterfree's upper segment consists of 2 red compound eyes, which resemble a multitude of smaller eyes, though I always thought Butterfree's eyes reminded me of the spheres in Sinnoh with how reflective and smooth they are. Anyways, Butterfree also has 2 black antennae and a small snout with 2 black fangs sticking out. Butterfree's lower segment also has 2 small 3-digit hands and 2 digitless feet. Butterfree has white wings with black veins. Butterfree's wings are coated with a variety of poisonous powders, which makes you wonder why it isn't a poison type. These powders are actually hydrophobic, allowing Butterfree to fly in the rain. The Ultrasun Pokédex reveals that these powders are actually scales that Butterfree uses to defend Caterpie from predators. This Pokemon has the ability to detect honey from far away, and is known for seeking, extracting, and carrying honey from over 6 miles away. Butterfree has an average height of 1.1 meters and an average weight of 32 kilograms. Butterfree takes inspiration from butterflies, mostly the black-veined white butterfly. Butterfree also has the Gigantamax form. It grows in size with its veins and antennae now having a shiny blue and green look, and the venation changes slightly, with the bottom lower wings having a heart-shaped pattern, and small arrows can now be seen at the bottom of the wings. White fur grows where the new, larger wings attach to Butterfree's body. This Pokemon's lower segment has increased in size dramatically, becoming more spherical in shape. The scales on Butterfree's wings are just as poisonous, being able to poison, paralyze, or put to sleep enemy Pokemon. This Pokemon is also able to create tornadoes that can blow away a 10-ton truck. Gigantamax Butterfree has an average height of 17 meters and an unknown average weight. Butterfree's Gigantamax form is substantially more similar to Moth's than its normal form, and might take inspiration from the kaiju Mothra. None of the members of this evolutionary line share any classifications. Caterpie is the worm Pokemon, Metapod is the cocoon Pokemon, and Butterfree is the butterfly Pokemon. Both Caterpie and Metapod are bug-type Pokemon, while Butterfree is a bug and flying-type Pokemon. The first two stages of this evolutionary line lack any sexual dimorphism, while female Butterfree has a black dot on its lower wings. The species has a sex ratio of 1 male for every 1 female. The members of this evolutionary line can mate with any Pokemon in the bug egg group. Caterpie eggs have a hatch time of 3,855 to 4,111 steps, with a base friendship of 70. Caterpie has a catch rate of 255, or a 43.9% chance of catching one with a normal Pokeball at full health. Metapod has a catch rate of 120, or a 24.9% chance of catching one with a normal Pokeball at full health. Butterfree, on the other hand, has a catch rate of 45, or an 11.9% chance of catching one with a normal Pokeball at full health. This Pokemon line has a medium-fast leveling rate. Caterpie has the Insectoid body type, Metapod has the Serpentine body type, and Butterfree has the Multi-Wing body type. Caterpie has Shield Dust as its main ability and Runaway as its hidden ability. Metapod has Shed Skin as its sole ability, and Butterfree has Compound Eyes as its main ability and Tinted Lens as its hidden ability. Caterpie has the following stats: 45 HP, 30 attack, 35 defense, 20 special attack, 20 special defense, and 45 speed. Its natural learn set, just like its stats, are lacking, with it getting Tackle and String Shot at level 1, Bug Bite at level 9, and that's it. Caterpie is the start of many bug-type Pokemon that have almost nothing in their learn set, very subpar stats, and a very early evolution level. This is to teach newer players about evolution at an early portion of the game, but can leave a few Pokemon seeming lackluster. Speaking of lackluster, Metapod's stats aren't much better, with 50 HP, 20 attack, 55 defense, 25 special attack, 25 special defense, and 30 speed. Metapod's base stat total is only 10 more than Caterpie's, and its moveset isn't much better, with it only getting Harden at level 1 or upon evolving. This means if you find a Metapod in the wild, it will only know Harden and no attacking moves, making it somewhat difficult to level up. We start seeing some actual usage with Butterfree, with 60 HP, 45 attack, 50 defense, 90 special attack, 80 special defense, and 70 speed. Its natural learn set includes Gust, Harden, Tackle, String Shot, and Bug Bite at level 1, Supersonic at level 4, Confusion at level 8, Poison Powder, Stun Spore, and Sleep Powder at level 12, Psybeam at level 16, Whirlwind at level 20, Air Slash at level 24, Safeguard at level 28, Bug Buzz at level 32, Tailwind at level 36, Rage Powder at level 40, and Quiver Dance at level 44. This Pokemon also learns Gust upon evolving. Upon Gigantamaxing, Butterfree can use G-Max Befuddle, which can inflict damage and cause either poison, paralysis, or sleep. Butterfree's stats are sadly somewhat mediocre, with it having a lower base stat total than the second stage of every starter Pokemon. Though this line is weak, it's fairly common throughout a variety of regions. For Caterpie, it can be found on routes 2, 24, and 25, as well as the Viridian Forest in Kanto, the Patterned Bush on the Sevi Isles, on Route 26 and 27 between Kanto and Johto, on routes 30, 31, 34 to 39, Azalea Town, the Ilex Forest, the National Park in the Johto regions, as well as the Lake of Rage in Johto, on Route 204 and the Eterna Forest in the Sinnoh region, on Route 2 and the Santaloon Forest in the Kalos region, on routes 1, 5, the Lush Jungle and Melee Meadow in the Alola region, and on Route 1, the Bridge Field, the Dappled Grove, the Rolling Fields, and South Lake Milok in the Galar region. For Metapod, it can be found on routes 2, 24, 25, and the Viridian Forest in Kanto, the Pattern Bush on the Sevi Isles, on routes 26 and 27 between Kanto and Johto, on routes 30, 31, 34 to 39, and 47, as well as Azalea Town, the Ilex Forest, the National Park, and the Lake of Rage in Johto, the Eterna Forest in Sinnoh, Route 12 in Unova, the Santaloon Forest in Kalos, on routes 1 and 5, as well as the Lush Jungle and Melee Meadow in Alola, and in the Bridge Field, the Dappled Grove, the Rolling Fields, and South Lake Milok in the Galar region. Finally, for Butterfree, it can be found on routes 2, 24, and 25, and the Viridian Forest in Kanto, on routes 26 and 27 between the Kanto and Johto regions, on route 34 through 39 and 47, as well as Azalea Town, the Ilex Forest, the National Park, and the Lake of Rage in Johto, route 12 in the Pinwheel Forest in Unova, the Friend Safari in Kalos, on route 5, the Lush Jungle and Melee Meadow in Alola, and the Slumbering Weld, East Lake Axwell, the Giant's Mirror, the Rolling Fields, the Bridge Field, the Dappled Grove, the Giant's Cap, the Hammerlock Hills, South Lake Milok, and the Max Lair in Galar. This Pokemon is mostly found in forested areas with multitudes of trees, especially in areas near honey. With that long list of locations, we've gone over the biology of the Caterpie line. If you want to see more content, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment below. If you want to see me play Poke MMO, Digimon Cyber Sleuth, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or League of Legends, come check out my Twitch. Also, be sure to go follow me on Twitter while you're down there.